What if the Bible doesn't tell us everything? What if God never said, "This is the last word"? But history tells a different story. When most people reach the final page of the Bible, the last chapter of Revelation, it feels sudden, almost unfinished. No explanation, no timeline, no, "and then this happened next," just a warning and an ending. But when we read ancient texts, like the Book of Jubilees, something strange happens. It feels like the story is missing pieces. Today, on Mysteries of the Word, we're asking a question many believers quietly wonder. Did God stop speaking, or did we lose part of the record? Welcome to Mysteries of the Word, the channel where we explore the Bible using scripture, ancient texts, and forgotten history to answer the questions Christians are often afraid to ask. Let's start with Jubilees chapter 1, verse 21. In this passage, God tells Moses something shocking. He says that Israel will turn away from the law, forget God's commandments, and be scattered among the nations. But then he says something just as important. They will return. They will seek him with all their heart, and God will restore them. That part sounds familiar. We hear it in Deuteronomy. We hear it in the prophets. But here's the problem. Jubilees strongly implies long periods of lost knowledge. Not just disobedience, but forgetting. Which raises a huge question. If God restores his people, how does that restoration happen? Through what teachings? What writings? What revelation? Because restoration requires remembering what was lost, and that's where things get uncomfortable. Most people assume the Bible contains every inspired writing, but the Bible itself says otherwise. Scripture openly references books we no longer have. The Book of the Wars of the Lord, the Book of Jasher, the Acts of Solomon, and even letters written by Paul that are now missing. So the Bible quietly admits something important. Not everything God inspired was preserved. That doesn't mean Scripture is false. It means Scripture is selective. And that leads to a critical distinction most Christians are never taught. Inspiration is not the same as canonization. Inspiration means God spoke. Canonization means humans decided what belonged in the official collection. Those are not the same thing. Books like Jubilees and 1st Enoch were widely read by early Jews and early Christians. In fact, Jude quotes Enoch directly. Early church fathers referenced these texts, and the Dead Sea Scrolls preserved them with care. So why were they excluded? Because these books focus on ideas that made later religious authorities uncomfortable. Angels and watchers, divine rebellion, a cosmic war behind human history, God judging heavenly beings, not just humans, and God's calendar and appointed times. These ideas challenge centralized authority. And as the church became more institutionalized, the focus shifted from cosmic conflict to doctrinal control. So the canon became closed, not because God stopped speaking, but because leaders needed boundaries. Now let's talk about the New Testament. The final general letter is Jude. Jude warns of massive apostasy, references Enoch, describes spiritual corruption, and offers no resolution. Then comes Revelation. But Revelation doesn't wrap things up neatly either. There's no clear timeline, no explanation of how long soon is, no instructions for what happens if centuries pass. And then, it just ends. Which brings us to the big question. Revelation doesn't end with a conclusion. It ends with a promise, I am coming soon. A warning, do not add or take away. And an open-ended expectation. That warning is often misunderstood. It does not say, God will never speak again. It says, do not tamper with this prophecy. Revelation ends the way it does because it's not meant to close the story. It's meant to leave the reader watching, waiting, living in the tension between promise and fulfillment. In other words, the Bible ends not with finality, but with anticipation. Jubilees 1:21 tells us knowledge would be lost. History confirms it. Revelation tells us restoration is coming. The question is, will that restoration come through brand new books or through rediscovering ancient truths we set aside? The explosion of interest in the Dead Sea Scrolls, Enoch, Jubilees, ancient calendars, and divine council theology suggests something important. People aren't trying to replace the Bible. They're trying to understand it fully. We live in an age of confusion. Confusion about truth, about authority, about prophecy, and about the end times. And that's exactly the kind of age Jubilees describes. An age where knowledge was lost, but restoration was promised. Maybe the question isn't, why are there missing books? Maybe the real question is, what were we never taught to look for? If this video made you uncomfortable, that's okay. The Bible was never meant to be comfortable. It was meant to wake us up. If you want more deep dives into scripture, ancient texts, and forgotten history, subscribe to Mysteries of the Word. And let me know in the comments, do you think God stopped speaking, or did we lose part of the conversation?